the whole Drake situation?
But I have to give credit to my son on that one. That was Jazz Prince. You know what I mean?
That was a testament of the respect that he had for me, because he wasn't trying to hit it.
Yeah, he wanted to drop. He's an artist.
Yeah, you know how that is. Hit you want to. So to me, that was a testament of the respect he had for me, and I had to really, let him know, okay, I really mean this.
Right.
You know what I mean? This don't make sense.
Team got a great bench, linking with the ops, bitch. I did that shit for Jay Prince. Bitch, I did it for the Maltese. Feel like 17, 2 first for all guys. And I never been the one to go apologize.
I don't believe Jay Prince is a professional anything. He's a CEO of a rap label. So he's a professional entertainer. So he can entertain. He's been in the entertainment business. He ain't been in the street business. I think that's where y'all get it twisted. Y'all think the niggas in the entertainment business are real gangsters. If you know their name in the entertainment world, there's no way they know gangster.
A motherfucking mob in the building, you hear me? Yeah, a suicide bomber gonna fall behind that.
James, last question. Do you not like us? Thank you, Jay Prince.
Looks like Drake just took another brutal hit because the man he once called his protector, Jay Prince, is stepping away from him too. Can you believe this? For years, Drake bragged that Jay Prince had his back in Houston like he was untouchable. But now, after Kendrick made it crystal clear that he's willing to drag this beef even deeper, the whispers in the streets are that Jay Prince wants nothing to do with Drake anymore. And let's not forget how heavy Jay Prince used to ride for him. This is the same man who squashed Drake's mess with Kanye, shut NBA YoungBoy down when he took shots, and even stepped in when Diddy slapped Drake years back. Jay Prince was always that big shield, fighting Drake's battles behind the scenes. But here's the wild part. During Drake's latest war with Kendrick, Jay Prince has been dead silent. No statements, no moves, nothing. And that silence is loud, because if Jay Prince was really still in Drake's corner, there's no way he'd let his golden boy get dragged this hard in public. So what happened? Why did Jay Prince suddenly turn his back? Street Talk says there's 2 possible answers, and both are messy. Some insiders are whispering that Drake double-crossed Jay Prince, and others claim Jay Prince is keeping his distance because Kendrick might be holding some serious receipts, the kind that could blow up more than just Drake's reputation. Now here's where it gets darker. Word in Houston is that Jay Prince might have his own skeletons in the closet. Whispers of shady business, strange deals, and things people are too scared to talk about on record. Some folks are even pointing at spots like Area 29, saying that's where shady moves allegedly went down between Jay Prince's circle and Drake's OVO crew. And if that's true, then this whole Drake versus Kendrick beef might just be the tip of something way more dangerous. Let's not forget that ugly cloud still hanging over Jay Prince's name. For months now, the whispers have never stopped about his alleged ties to the heartbreaking death of Migos rapper Takeoff back in 2022. And when Kendrick dropped that brutal diss track Euphoria, fans swore he was throwing a coded warning, like he knows the real truth about what went down that night in Houston. People are convinced he was speaking directly to Jay Prince and Drake, and the internet hasn't stopped running with it since. Now, before I go any further, let's be clear. These are all rumors and speculations straight from the buzzing streets of social media. But here's the million-dollar question everyone's asking. Did Jay Prince really cut Drake off? And why has he gone completely ghost when he used to step in and squash every beef Drake ever had? The silence is suspicious and people want answers. So let me break it down for the folks who don't know the full history.
We couldn't get caught up in that.
Right.
That was a moment.
Right.
You know what I mean? We big pitching thinking.
Right.
So we had to keep it moving.
Jay Prince isn't just some random industry executive. His story goes way back. In the 1980s, he was one of the most powerful figures in Houston, running with a crew that basically had the city on lock. But as the heat turned up, he flipped the script and went legit. In 1987, he founded Rap-A-Lot Records, a label that helped define Southern hip-hop forever. This was the same label that gave us the iconic Ghetto Boys, with Scarface, Willie D, and Bushwick Bill dropping timeless hits like Mind Playing Tricks on Me. And it didn't stop there. Jay Prince also helped launch acts like Devin the Dude, Do or Die, and more. His name is stamped all over the foundation of Southern rap culture. On top of that, his bond with UGK's Pimp C and Bun B made him a legend in Texas. And that influence carried straight into Drake's music, because Drake never misses a chance to drop their names in his songs. That's how deep the connection is or was.
Hey, cameraman, make sure you gotta get this man raised me in the game right here. You gotta get this man on camera real quick. Yeah, get the legendary Bun B on camera real quick. This is my dog right here. Raised me up from a little puppy dog.
Drake and Bun B's connection runs deep. Ever since Bun B hopped on Drake's So Far Gone back in 2009, Drake has never stopped giving him props. Bun B was one of the first Southern legends to embrace him, and Drake always makes sure to shout him out. But here's the twist. The man who pulled all the strings behind the scenes was Jay Prince. For decades, Jay Prince was known as that boss who always got what he wanted. Depending on who you ask, some call him a respected OG, while others whisper that he built his empire by leaning heavy on strong-arm tactics. Either way, he had power and everyone knew it. Now rewind to 2006, the year everything changed. Jay Prince's son, Jazz Prince, stumbles on a young Canadian rapper on MySpace, none other than Drake. Jazz slid into his DMs immediately, convinced he had just discovered a future superstar. He didn't waste any time introducing Drake to his father, Jay Prince, and also to Lil Wayne. At first, though, neither Jay Prince nor Wayne was sold. They didn't see it yet, but Jazz believed so strongly that he literally sent Drake some exclusive Wayne beats to rap over just to prove the point. Eventually, Wayne couldn't deny it anymore. He finally got on board, and that's when Drake's whole life flipped. Drake even told the story himself on Look What You've Done, spitting, "Then Wayne calls up my phone, conversation wasn't that long. He gets me a flight to Houston in the morning. Oh, it's my time. Yeah, it's on." That was the moment everything locked in. By 2007, Jay Prince sealed the deal by signing Drake to Aspire Music Group, a label partly owned by his son Jazz and Lil Wayne's manager, Cortez Bryant. That single move was the gateway to Young Money and eventually global superstardom. That's why so many people say Jay Prince didn't just support Drake, he made him. Without the Princes, there might not even be a Drake as we know him today. That early cosign is exactly why Drake has always claimed he's loyal to Houston. In his mind, that city raised him just as much as Toronto did. And for years, Jay Prince kept proving that loyalty went both ways by jumping in whenever Drake's rap beef started spiraling out of control. If Prince said ceasefire, then Drake fell in line. Not because he was scared, but because he knew the respect was real. Remember back in 2018 during that ugly feud with Pusha T, it was Jay Prince who stepped in and shut it down, insisting it could spill into something dangerous for both Drake and himself. And Drake listened. That's the kind of pull Prince had over him.
You ended the beef between Drake and Pusha.
I guess you could say that.
Fast forward to 2021. Once again, Jay Prince swooped in like a fixer when Drake and Kanye's war was burning hot. He brought them together for that Larry Hoover benefit concert, trying to turn beef into brotherhood. Prince even posted about it, saying he met Kanye at Houston's Rothko Chapel and didn't let the fact it was a sacred space stop him from handling business. And who could forget that bizarre video? Kanye sitting stiff, reading a hostage-style message about ending the feud with Drake, all while Jay Prince stood by his side like a boss, making sure the job got done.
This is Jay and Jay Prince. I'm making this video to address the ongoing back and forth between myself and Drake. Both me and Drake have taken shots at each other, and it's time to put it to rest. I'm asking Drake on December 7th to join me on stage as a special guest to share the two biggest albums of the year, live in Los Angeles, with the ultimate purpose being to free Larry Hoover. I believe this event will not only bring awareness to our cause, but prove to people everywhere how much more we can accomplish when we lay our pride to the side and come together.
For one night, it looked like peace was possible, but deep down, everybody knew it was temporary. Sure enough, the truce didn't last. By 2022, on Circo Loco, from his joint album with 21 Savage, Drake fired a slick shot rapping, "Lincoln with the ops, I did that shh," for Jay Prince. That line made it clear. Drake wasn't thrilled about squashing things with Ye, he just did it because Prince told him to. And now in 2025, the irony is wild. Kanye has circled back and even thrown himself into the Drake versus Everybody chaos by jumping on the remix to Like That, the same Kendrick and Future joint that lit up the whole industry. So if Jay Prince was once Drake's lifeline, the question is, why isn't he saving him now? Jump ahead to May 2023, and once again, Jay Prince was out here cleaning up Drake's mess. This time, it was NBA YoungBoy who had smoke for Drake. On his album Richest Op, YoungBoy threw shots at Drake, accusing him of siding with his rival Lil Durk and refusing to collaborate. On F the Industry Part 2, he rapped, "Talked to Drake cross FaceTime, he wasn't feeling me. Told me that he F with Durk. Damn that ish getting to me." YoungBoy made it crystal clear. If Drake wasn't riding with him, then Drake was the enemy. That could have turned ugly fast, but here comes Jay Prince playing peacemaker again. He popped up with a photo of himself sitting with YoungBoy and Birdman trying to calm the storm. And he didn't just let the picture do the talking, he dropped a long fatherly message directed straight at YoungBoy. In his post, Jay Prince wrote, "As I said to you privately, I say to you publicly that Drake is my son. He roll with me. Therefore, I think it's a good idea to take him off your enemy list." He reminded YoungBoy that the FaceTime call he arranged between him and Drake was meant to move forward, not backward. He even threw in one of those motivational lines saying, "Two things we get every day is a chance and a choice. The choices we make determine our destination." That's how far Prince was willing to go. Publicly defending Drake like family, making sure his name stayed protected in the streets. For years, it looked like Jay Prince would never let anyone touch Drake. But here's where the cracks started showing. Because word on the street says everything changed after the tragic death of Takeoff in Houston back in November 2022. That event didn't just shake the rap game, it supposedly shifted the bond between Drake and Jay Prince. Some insiders claim that after Takeoff's death, whispers started flying about Prince's role behind the scenes, and suddenly that unbreakable loyalty he had to Drake wasn't looking so solid anymore. Jay Prince's son Jazz was supposedly the one responsible for looking after Migos while they were in Houston that night. And ever since Takeoff's tragic death in November 2022, the whispers haven't stopped about whether it was really just a random accident or something darker, maybe even a setup. Now, since Drake had history with Migos, from collabs to their Aubrey and the Three Migos tour back in 2018, everybody was waiting for him to speak out. But when it happened, Drake went silent, quiet as a mouse, like he wanted no part of the conversation. And then Kendrick stepped in and lit the fire with Euphoria. On that track, he spit, "His daddy killed, he wanna be Junior." They must have forgot the ish that they done, dementia must run in his family, but let it get shaky, I'll park his son. At first, fans argued over who he was talking about. Some thought it was Drake's real father, Dennis. Others swore it was a subliminal at Birdman. But now the latest theory has taken over, that Kendrick was aiming directly at Jay Prince's son, Jazz Prince, and hinting at his alleged role in Takeoff's death. Basically, Kendrick was warning Jay Prince to stay out of this war before he exposes his family. And guess what? It looks like the message hit hard, because ever since then, Jay Prince has been ghost when it comes to Drake's beef with Kendrick. No statements, no protection, nothing. The same man who always jumped in during Drake's biggest clashes, whether it was Pusha T, Kanye, or NBA YoungBoy, is now completely quiet. When reporters recently asked Jay Prince about Kendrick's viral diss Not Like Us, his response was nothing but awkward silence.
James, last question. Do you like You Not Like Us?
Sorry, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay Prince.
Meanwhile, his son, Jay Prince Jr., tried to jump in with his own half-baked commentary that nobody asked for, and it only made things worse.
You need to be f***ing me up, right? Because you try to glorify bull. Like, you try to glorify soft shit. You try to glorify that ain't that. It's flaw. We know when flaw when we deal with them in the streets. We know when flaw. Like, we understand that they flaw. We don't capitalize off their flawness though, because we'll capitalize off real shit. We don't capitalize off no being flawed, weak as hell. If we understand what a weak as hell, then he a street. Call himself a street nigga. He could be a street, but he's still weak as hell. We don't capitalize and try to glorify the now. We gonna sit and have conversations about strong as us. We don't have conversations about niggas weak as hell.
Fans immediately started dragging him, saying he sounded lost and clueless. So where's the energy J. Prince had back then? This is the biggest battle of Drake's career, and the one man who always had his back is nowhere to be found. Some fans think Kendrick made it crystal clear with those warning shots, basically telling J. Prince, "Don't let it get shaky, I'll park your son." And just like that, J. Prince stepped out the picture, leaving Drake stranded in the middle of the storm. The fallout from J. Prince going silent has the fans going crazy. Social media is flooded with people saying this is the clearest sign yet that Drake is officially on his own. For years, he had J. Prince standing behind him like a bodyguard in the shadows, and now, nothing. One fan tweeted, "If J. Prince won't ride for Drake, that tells me Kendrick hit a nerve we ain't even ready to talk about." Another added, "Drake without J. Prince looks vulnerable for the first time ever." And the timing couldn't be worse. Kendrick hasn't just taken over the music charts with Not Like Us and Euphoria, he's taken over the culture. Every rapper, influencer, and even athletes are quoting his bars, clowning Drake left and right. Without J. Prince jumping in to silence the noise, Drake looks like prey surrounded by wolves. But here's the wild part. Fans are starting to wonder if Drake himself is feeling abandoned. People are digging through his IG captions and comments, trying to decode his mood. That cryptic post he dropped in July's where he wrote, "Sometimes the people who build you are the same ones who tear you down," has everyone convinced it was a shot at J. Prince. Whether or not that's true, the speculation is only making things hotter. And it's not just fans. Industry insiders are whispering that J. Prince's silence might be strategic. Some claim he's trying to protect himself and his family name after Kendrick's subliminals about Jazz Prince and Takeoff. Others say he's simply distancing himself because Drake has become too toxic to defend. Either way, the message is loud. The bond between Drake and J. Prince isn't what it used to be. Now the streets are buzzing with the big question. If Drake doesn't have J. Prince in his corner, who does he really have left? Because when Kendrick keeps dropping bombs and the whole industry is laughing, silence from your so-called protector feels like betrayal. At the end of the day, one thing is crystal clear. J. Prince knows better than to mess with the West Coast right now. Kendrick has the whole culture behind him, and even an OG like Prince understands that. When you're up against that kind of wave, sometimes silence is safer than speaking. Fans are saying it straight. Prince knows he can't F with the West Coast. He knows he better watch his mouth because this is the wild, wild West and we don't give a... And honestly, that's the energy everyone feels right now. So the real question is, what's next for Drake? Without J. Prince running interference, does Drake finally have to fight his own battles? Or is there something even bigger brewing behind the scenes that Kendrick already knows about? Some people swear Prince abandoned him because he's scared of what might come out, that Kendrick has the kind of dirt that could ruin not just Drake, but the Prince family too. Others believe Prince is just stepping back because the empire he built can't afford the heat that comes with this beef. Whatever the truth is, it's wild to see this shift happening in real time. Drake, the man who used to be untouchable with an army behind him, suddenly looks like he's standing alone. And Kendrick, he's never looked stronger. This isn't just about bars anymore, and it's about power, reputation, and survival in the industry. But now I gotta know from you, what's your take on this whole J. Prince situation? Do you think he really abandoned Drake because he's scared of what Kendrick might reveal? Or is there another play we're not seeing yet? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear what you think. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to Fame Drip for more. I'll see you on the next one. And make sure you click the video on your screen right now for more celebrity drama that's just as wild as this.